Hey guys, Tofuru here, and welcome back to another episode of Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward. And in the last one, we finally completed this stupid Q puzzle, and we are now moving on to what is behind it and what's in store for us after the fact.
It opened.
Yeah, I know. We put a key in it, Fi. That's how you open doors.
We should get back to the Floor A warehouse then.
Yeah, we probably should do that and see what everyone else is doing. Hey, wait. Did you guys hear something?
What?
Oh, yeah, that weird zoop. Oh, the circle thing in here. It should probably have another message. You didn't hear it? It came from over there. It sounds like something turning on. Oh, see? I told you. This screen wasn't on before.
You're right. Guess it was set to turn on when we opened the door.
Yeah. Oh, or I guess, yeah, I guess so.
It looks like an authentication screen.
But it's eating one sun, right? It was two lines before. This is one.
I think we need to put in an ID and a password.
Do I know an ID and a password for this?
Yeah, but what?
That was when I noticed the illustration. The lion is eating the sun. The lion is eating the sun. The lion is eating the... Memento Mori. Remember death. If the ninth lion ate the sun... Yeah, there's the other password. It looks different. There's so much, like, art about a lion eating a sun. Oh, of course. This was the real ninth lion. But if that was the case... Memento Mori. Remember death. Memento Mori. Remember death. Memento Mori. Remember death. I don't know what the password is, and I have to go looking for my book that has any information that could potentially give me an answer to this. Shit. Alright, give me a second then. God, I don't even remember the names. Alright, let's try this. Kasaragi was what I was thinking. But is it this? Okay. That was it. It was Akane's last name. I had to look that up. But I knew it was her last name, and the password was that. Because that's what the key card we found was, but we couldn't access that information right now, so that's kind of crazy. Thank God I wrote down the password, otherwise I wouldn't have jump-started my memory for this, but... Okay, cool. So we get to see what's on, or I guess what that weird, device is going to tell us.
Look!
What's up? Oh, shit, she's alive. Not really, I know. She's a hologram, I know. Okay. You're...
Akane.
Tenbyoji. How do you know her name?
Her name is Akane Kurashiki.
Oh.
I've been looking for her for a very long time.
Are you telling me if that's Akane, then Tenbyoji, does that mean you're Junpei? Because that's the only way you'd have that photo. He walked toward her, slowly, carefully, almost as if he was afraid of scaring her away. He reached out. I guess that explained why he was terrified. Tenbyoji squeezed his eyes shut.
Akane.
He closed his hand around the empty air and let it fall to his side. There was a moment of sad silence, and then she began to speak.
I see you finally arrived. I've been waiting for you.
You're the one waiting for us at the ending of all this? Okay.
Well, I suppose that's slightly inaccurate. What you see now is a holographic message I recorded before you came here. Unfortunately, this means I will not be able to answer your questions, at least not directly.
Well, yeah, indirectly, sure, I suppose.
I hope you will understand.
Those eyes look so sad. Like they don't care about anything anymore.
You probably have a great many questions.
Yeah, like why we're here? How'd you kidnap all of us?
What day is it?
Sure, let's start there. What day is it?
Where are we? Who is Zero? And what does he have to do with Akane Kurashiki?
Well, I already know that because Akane and her brother were like 0 and 02 back in the day. So it's not too far of a jump to see her do it again.
But I imagine there is one question that rises above all the others. Why were we brought here?
Yeah. I mean, the day and that are kind of my top priorities, but yeah, sure.
The answer to that is simple. Everything that has happened here is part of our plan.
Whose plan?
All of this was required for the success of the AB project.
Okay, I get that it's a project, but are you gonna tell us that your brother was helping you with this again?
I assume you heard the name by now, at least. In any event, you were all needed in order to execute our plan.
But even in the third game, we don't necessarily execute a plan to save everybody. If anything, you going to the past saves more lives than this in the future.
The nonary game was necessary for the same reason. Your question now, I imagine, is just what is this AB project?
Well, I mean, obviously you want us to access the morphogenetic field, but I don't know for what purpose.
The answer to that is also simple. Allow me to explain.
Sure, go ahead. Go for it, Akane.
We created the AB project for one purpose. To transport the consciousnesses of two people into the past. Those two people are you, Sigma, and you, Phi.
Wait. So that's why the third game happens. You and your brother, realizing what path we were on, wanted to send me and Phi back in time in order to save everyone in the world. Okay, that makes more sense. So if I got this straight, the whole point of this entire game was to get Sigma and Phi able to use their morphogenetic jumps to go back further enough that they could take over the bodies of young Sigma and younger Phi and use them to participate in the next nonary game, or I guess not in this nonary game, decision game, and that would change the course of events, avoiding the rise of Radical 6 across the world. I think. What do you mean, the past? The moment the words were out of my mouth, I realized no one there could answer the question. Not Phi, not Tenmyoji, and certainly not a pre-recorded hologram.
Have you figured out what this room is?
It's like a recap of all the games we played.
I assume you saw the Q on the door.
Yeah, but I don't know what it means. It's question door?
It stands for quantum.
Oh, like quantum computer. That's why all these things come together. Okay.
That makes this the quantum room.
Alright, so quantum possibilities. Everything really comes back to this type of stuff. It took me a moment to realize she changed subjects without even pausing. There was nothing we could do, of course, but I still felt a twinge of frustration.
Take a look at the rear of the room.
Sure?
Do you see that large enclosure? That houses our quantum computer.
It's so micro in comparison to the one that's made for number 3.
The systems that control this entire facility run on that machine.
I guess that explains why there's like so many outcomes though. I mean, it's not a crazy amount, but it is a large quantity.
That includes the construct you refer to as Zero Junior, as well as the golems.
Okay. Well, no wonder Zero Junior was so fucking smart then.
All of them do their thinking in that box. Isn't that strange, though?
Sort of. I forgot how quantum computers work. It's like meant to do the processing power of multiple realities and multiple choices all at the same time, allowing for them to react accordingly depending on whatever outcome is in front of them.
It seems contrary to how we perceive the
Yeah, well, we perceive it in like a more linear way, and I think this is like a full, like spiderwebby kind of different dimensions at the same time reality thing.
The body, the thing that you see and interact with, is somewhere else.
Oh, this is just a freaking HUD? This isn't the full computer?
But the mind and all its thoughts are in this box.
So the computing's being done somewhere else entirely? Did you connect this to the other computer, and this is just like an access point?
Perhaps it isn't so strange, though.
I mean, this game in general is kind of made nothing strange anymore.
Perhaps humans are the same, with our minds and thoughts existing separate from our bodies.
Okay, alright, sure, Connie.
Our core is in our head, of course. We all have individual brains, think individual thoughts, and act according to individual wills.
Alright, I got you. I mean, it's pretty logical.
That makes communication difficult, though.
Yeah, because we can't directly transmit what we're thinking, or... I mean, we have to vocally express it, and we can always hide what we're thinking. There's a lot of variables that you include.
So, we're forced to rely on inefficient mediums, like language, photographs, nonverbal cues, etc., to transmit information.
Yep, yeah, that's true.
Each one of us is an individual, and we have no direct connection to anyone else.
I mean, it's drastically different than your quantum computer, yes, because the golems all go back to one system, and even Zero Jr. has his own thing, but it's in the main system, so you're all able to interact with what you can there. Okay.
But is that really true?
I mean, I think yes, because humans are complex. Doesn't mean they can't do so much. So I don't know. I feel like, okay. I mean, yeah, sure.
In the dimensions we are most familiar with, yes, it is. If we look at things from another higher dimension, however, we may all be connected after all.
Now you're relating to the morphogenetic field.
Like the branches of a tree or a rhizome. Imagine a horizontal cross-section of the root system of a large tree.
Sure. I'll try to. I'm thinking of that rainbow root, but sure.
All you can see are the spots where the roots intersect the plane of your cross-section.
Sure, yeah. Okay.
In the two dimensions you see, the roots all appear to be individual things with no connection to one another.
I guess, yeah, from this level, sure.
But this isn't the case. If you expand your view and look at the root system in 3 dimensions instead of only 2, you see the truth. All the roots join together at the trunk.
Okay, yeah.
In 2 dimensions, they appear to be separate. But if you look at the roots from a 3rd higher dimension,
It changes what's being shown.
you see
You see, everything connects eventually, thus all these different paths all have one central starting point.
things that might appear to be separate from one another in 3 dimensions could be connected to one another if you look at them in 4 dimensions.
Can we even look at things in 4 dimensions?
Doesn't that at least seem like it could be a possibility?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you just gave us an example, so it's not impossible to assume that there's even more connections in a new dimension.
I believe that is how human consciousness actually works.
Okay.
Well, I'm not the only one, I suppose. Zero and I share that belief.
Morphogenetic field theory.
Yeah, I figure that's where she was going with it. Tenmyoji mumbled something that sounded like nonsense. I opened my mouth to ask him what it meant, but Akane was already talking again.
Now, when I talk about a 4th dimension, I'm referring to the 4th dimension used in Minkowski space-time.
Minkowski. Okay, I gotta look that up later.
Let's start with a single dimension.
Sure, you got
All that
me.
exists is a point. Connect points to one another, and you have a line.
Sure.
In one dimension, the only surface you can create is that, a line. But move to 2 dimensions and create more lines, and you can create shapes. These are 2-dimensional surfaces.
Okay, I gotcha.
Move up to 3 dimensions, and you can connect these shapes to one another and form 3-dimensional objects. Now you have a 3-dimensional surface, which encompasses a volume of space. Connect 3-dimensional objects to one another, and you formed a 4-dimensional object, which encompasses a volume of both space and time.
Is that because they're intersecting on each other, and that's where the crossover, the 4th dimension occurs? Like, this is the 4th dimension, not this?
It is on that 4th dimensional axis that our minds are connected.
Alright, I kind of sort of get a better understanding, I guess.
If that was true, then what would prevent anyone from sending their consciousness backward or forward in time?
So that's your hypothesis. You think that by using that logic, you could send us back as far as we could go in time to the right moment we needed to be in order to interact with our younger selves. That's the key. That's what you're trying to test and see if it works. Otherwise, the future's stuck as it is and no one's going to live.
That theory is the foundation of the AB project.
Now I'm starting to get why we're here.
The A represents after,
And the B is
represents
before. Okay.
It probably sounds silly to you.
Not really, to be honest.
A ridiculous story made up by a mad old woman.
Nope, still don't think you're a mad old woman. You're just a very sad Connie.
But look at what's happened to you. You've seen many different worlds and timelines, haven't you, Sigma?
So you did this test to force him to go through all these timelines just to get to this moment. What if he got here without seeing anything?
And what about you, Phi? I know you have too. Am I wrong? Tenmyoji should know what I'm talking about as well.
How do you know us three are here?
I believe you experienced something very similar nearly half a century ago. You sent your consciousness to the past to help save a little girl's life. It was a long time ago, but perhaps you still remember.
Of course he remembers. He's been hunting for you ever since, and the fact that he doesn't get to see you until you're dead is the saddest thing ever to him.
Yeah, of course I do. How can I forget? That little girl was you, Akane.
Suddenly, it felt like Phi and I were outsiders, trespassing on something we had no right to see. Tenmyoji's face was taut with emotion as he looked into Akane's eyes. It seemed almost like she was looking back at him.
Now, unfortunately, my time is up. The final stage of the project will begin very soon.
And you'll be gone, which is even sadder.
I need to go prepare. The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story. So come and find me.
What, in the past?
I'll be waiting. One last thing.
I don't think you tell us shit when we go back there, do you? I don't think your consciousnesses are connected.
The cat in the box. Is it alive? Or is it dead?
It's neither, by quantum physics, but...
Sigma. Phi. You will decide its fate.
Okay.
Goodbye.
That's pretty intense.
Akane, wait!
Oh, Tenmyoji.
Wait, how are you responding?
I can almost see you. You don't need to worry. Everything is going to be okay.
It's almost like she'll never forget how Junpei reacts to everything.
I will see you again one day. I promise. But I'm going to have to ask you to wait just a little longer.
Wait. Akane!
What sucks more is that you won't see her in this moment. At fucking all. You'll see him when you're young and this timeline doesn't exist, which makes it so, like, sad. It's such a lie. And then she was gone. Tenmyoji collapsed to his knees, his back hunched and shaking. I saw tears land on the white-knuckled fists he pressed against his thighs. I kept quiet. What was there to say? Phi and I looked at one another and nodded silently. With a shaking hand, Tenmyoji pulled a photo out of his pocket. It was a picture of a girl. After all that we'd been through, her smile was enough to break your heart. What more can this game do to you? God damn it. We made our way to the warehouse on floor A and met up with the others. It took only a few minutes to decide and to head to the infirmary. As soon as we arrived, we began to treat Alice and Quark for Radical 6. I gave Luna the Accelavir that I'd found in the queue room. She quickly prepared it and... hopefully that saves them. I injected Alice and Quark.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I'm glad we found it too.
It will take some time for them to recover completely, but they should be fine.
Hopefully nobody else got it, because now we're out of Accelavir, but yeah.
Good.
Indeed.
Thank you, Luna. And thanks for finding the medicine, you guys.
No problem, Clover, no problem.
Thank you so much.
Don't sweat it.
No need to thank us.
Tenmyoji said nothing, just walked over to Quark's unconscious body. He took the small boy's hand in his own and held it tight. I could see the tears at the corners of his eyes as he turned away from us. Suddenly, I remembered Dio. Where had he gone? It didn't take me long to find him. Huh? That's perfect. He was sprawled, unconscious, on the floor beneath the sink. Handcuffs?
Oh, we found those in the crew quarters.
Whatever you gotta do to chain him up, I guess.
Before you returned, we went to check on the bomb in room 2, and we found them there.
Why were they in there?
Of course, the bomb was indeed turned off.
Yes, we turned them all off already.
Thank you again for dealing with them.
No problem. Otherwise we wouldn't be here, so... yeah.
You are, quite literally, lifesavers.
For now, I guess, until we leave here.
You have my eternal gratitude.
Well, I'm glad I could do that for you, Kay. I coughed awkwardly and looked pointedly around the room. I glanced over at Phi to see what she was doing, or she was doing the same thing. Alright, can we vote now? I mean, not that voting really realistically matters, but after that, we headed back to Floor A warehouse to play the AB game. Specifically, me, Phi, Kay, and Luna. Clover and Tenmyoji decided to remain in the infirmary, just in case something happened with Alice, Quark, or Dio. Luna would represent Clover's team. With Quark and Dio sleeping, Kay would represent their team by default, which left me, Phi, and Tenmyoji. You should vote.
No, I'll let you handle it. I chose Betray in the last round. You probably don't trust me right now.
I do. Actually, I do a lot. What? That doesn't matter now.
Excuse me. I apologize for interrupting, but I think you should be the one to vote in the next round, Phi.
Yeah.
Why?
You already have 9 BP. There's no reason for you to choose betray now.
Yeah, all Betray would do is just hurt me.
You see?
Hey, you're acting like I might actually try and betray her.
Not necessarily.
What does it matter what he's suggesting? We're almost there. We just have to play the A-B game 3 more times. Then we can all get 9 points. But that means each representative has to choose ally all 3 times.
Correct. Wow, our current BP sucks. Alright, me and Temioji only got 4 and 3. Cork and Dio got 7s. Kay's got 8. Alice has got 3. Clover's got 8. And Luna's got 3. Third round, if we all do allies, we'll get 6, 11, 5, 9, 9, 10, 5, 10, 5. Then 8, 13, 7, 11, 11, 12, 7, 12, 7. And then 10, 15, 9, 13, 13, 14, 9, 14, 9.
Okay, I'll vote.
Thank you, Phi. Thank you for voting.
You sure you're alright with this, Sigma?
Yeah. I trust you. I handed her the star key.
Shall we open the doors?
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, there's really not much else we can do. It's just a waiting game.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Oh, right. We have to wait for the deadline.
Yeah, that's true, but it's not that long of a wait.
Oh. Well, we could vote earlier.
Could you? Oh, I guess you close all the doors and vote.
But then each voter would be stuck inside the AB room for 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
Okay, let's go back to the infirmary then.
I agree. Please, lead the way.
Yeah, let's do it. Luna and Kay set off toward the yellow door. I was about to follow when...
Hold on. I just remembered something.
Are you okay? What?
The AB room on the left, in one of the other histories, she...
Oh, yeah. You're right. Akane's body was in there. What does this mean? Why didn't we find her body this time? Does that mean she's not dead?
Maybe because she wasn't murdered.
But how? When did history change?
Do you remember what Akane said?
You'd
Cat in the box. Is it alive? Or is it dead?
Yeah, I thought it was neither.
Sigma. Fine. You will decide its fate.
Is there anything we can do? The Schrodinger's cat thing.
Exactly.
I wonder what she meant about us deciding its fate.
Perhaps she was saying her own fate wasn't decided yet.
What do you mean?
The history where she's alive and the history where she's murdered are both real right now.
True, because no one's found her yet, so we don't know if she's dead, and no one's found her yet, and no one knows if she's alive. What? No, that's impossible. No, we're mixing up time, Sigma. This one, she isn't dead. We don't even know where she is. We've already opened the box. We opened the door to this AB room, and there was no body.
No, we haven't opened the box. We haven't found a body, but we haven't found her alive yet either.
Yeah, right now we're in between two paths.
In other words, we haven't actually observed her.
Yeah, not in this timeline, for sure.
The hologram was a recording from before this game started.
Okay, I gotcha.
The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story.
That means she's somewhere in this facility.
So come and find me.
Yeah, she's actually asking us to find her, so she might not be dead, but where could she be? The director's office?
I'll be waiting.
Where was Akane now? Where was she waiting for us? Or what if she wasn't anywhere now? What if she was waiting for us in another timeline? Or what if she was waiting for us in the past? Was that even possible? If she was, what would that mean? Would there be any way we could jump back far enough to see the outcome? What? What? A new destination. Wait, what? Bull fucking shit. What just happened? Alright, let's go to the AB room past. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Damn it. Feels like my head's gonna explode. Wait. Oh, we're waking up in this room again? Where the hell am I? Wait, do we have to resolve this and maybe we'll see her this time? Looks like an elevator, but...
No, this is one of the AB rooms.
Hey, Phi. How are you? Who the hell are you? And what the hell's an AB room?
Damn. I guess you did lose your memory after all.
Oh, so Phi made it back here with her full memory intact. Memory? Memory? Yep, and then everything comes back. I'm surprised Phi remembers everything, to be fair. I remember. You're Phi. She grinned. When is this?
Check your bracelet.
It's a red pair. BP is 3.
Mine's the same.
Does this mean this is the beginning of the game? We've gone back to when we first woke up in the AB room?
No,
No,
not quite.
This is before we were supposed to get up.
I think we woke up a little earlier this time.
How do you know?
Push the buttons on the side of your bracelet.
Oh, 2 hours. 15 minutes.
We didn't wake up this long before the primary doors opened last time. I think we're about an hour early.
So we have an hour to get the fuck out of here and talk to Connie? Wait a minute. If you're right...
Yeah, Akane might still be alive.
Okay, let's fucking get out of here then.
We got back before Dio killed her. I think.
He might be just getting here, so we might have to fight off Dio. Then...
Right. We're here for one reason.
To hear the rest of the story. Or to prevent her death. Either or. To stop her from getting killed?
Exactly.
Let's move. We need to get out of here. Fast.
Don't need to tell me twice. Let's go.
Alright. I guess we get one more puzzle? Wow. How fitting. You know, that's fucking fitting. That we would start with a puzzle in here, and we'd finish with a puzzle in this fucking place. We don't need to look there. This is our past, remember? This is just repeating history. You see what I'm getting at? Oh. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you're right. I don't have to do any of this shit. Yeah, it's fine. I can remember the passwords. They're right here. Elevator. Maybe there's a blue password here. I'm curious. Star, moon, star. Oh, wow. Is there actually a final gold file? Like, you had to do this to get that shit? No. Nope, that's the wrong password. Okay. Figured it was worth checking. Alright, let's do this. Let's do the real one. Password, elevator, sun, star, sun. Okay. Alright, that's the key password. We just gotta get through here, open the door, and get the fuck out of here. Cool, there it is. Good work. Hurry up and grab the cracker. Cracker? No wonder. Her dialogue, her speech is very weird, and you don't pick up on it. But she's super old, too, isn't she? Just shut up and do it, okay? Thanks for the key. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here, then. We don't need the rest of this shit, so let's do this. Alright. Shut up, alright, guys? Calm down. You guys are arguing for no reason. It looks like it worked. Let's press this button. Ready, Phi? I know, but, you know, it never hurts to ask. I don't need to ask every time, right? Then why the hell are you asking? Hurry up and... Right. I'm going. 10, 9, 8, 1, done. I actually find it very fitting. These guys are bickering like an old married couple. Hey, you pushed the button. Bite me. You were taking too long. We're on a schedule here. Ugh. Cool. That was a puzzle. That was the quickest puzzle I've ever had to do. But we're out. So Phi and I climbed up through the hatch and out onto the top of the AB room. It took us only a moment to spot them. Akane! Wow, that was quick. Shit, behind her was Dio. He was moving quickly and quietly, a knife glinting in his right hand. Shit. There was no time to yell out to her. I scrambled down from the top of the AB room. Phi wasn't following me. When I looked back, she was still standing on the roof. Phi! What the hell are you doing? Get down here and... Before I could finish, she moved. I guess she was getting her trajectory. Yeah, like she wanted like a path to him. She ran across the roof, launched herself into the air. Wha-bam! Oh shit! That's a hard way to kill to knock someone out. That's like a straight double. What the?
He's fine. Just unconscious.
Well, I'm glad you figured that one out, Phi. I bent down and held my fingers in front of his mouth. He was still breathing.
I don't think he saw me. He probably has no idea what happened to him.
No, he probably didn't expect to get kicked in the fucking head. Guy went down like a sack of potatoes.
He had it coming.
Yeah, yes he did. Oh god, yeah he did. I heard footsteps come to a stop right in front of us. I looked up.
So you came.
Yeah, we've figured it out.
I've been waiting for you.
I'm glad you're waiting for us, Connie.
You're here to hear the rest, right?
Yeah, we are. Finally, you could tell us. Wait. Just wait a minute. What the hell is your deal? How could you be so calm? If I hadn't shown up just now, you'd...
Have been stabbed in the heart by this young man and died. Yes.
How many times have you seen this path?
Although, that reminds me, I haven't thanked you yet. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate you saving me.
You know, for all this, like, super neutral emotion she's giving, I swear if she sees Tenmyoji, I want to see that expression change. I feel like that's the only person that can do it to her right now. But that... What?
Hold on. How do you know about being stabbed by Dio?
Because she's seen it 1,000 times.
Are you an Esper too?
Yes, indeed I am. I am able to jump through time, just like you.
Then what the hell were you thinking? If you knew he was going to stab you, why were you going to let him do it?
Because I had to.
You what?
Think back. Why are you here?
To send me and Phi back in time to prevent all of this from happening.
If I hadn't been killed by Dio, no one else would have been murdered.
Pretty much.
Consequently, your own abilities would never have manifested.
And then the AB project wouldn't come to fruition, which is what the whole point of this is for.
I did explain, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
The purpose of the AB project was to send the two of you to the past. Or your minds, at least.
Sounds pretty accurate.
In order for that to happen, some death was necessary. When a human brain is faced with danger, its processing speed increases. Information is processed more quickly, and time almost seems to slow. A few seconds can feel like an eternity.
Well, I guess, yeah, you're right.
Unfortunately, That in itself isn't enough to send oneself through time.
Well, then what's the other requirement? What, we need to be like an ESPer?
The amplitude of the consciousness is simply too small.
So then how the hell are we doing it right now?
In order to increase the amplitude, we need to slow down the brain before the increase happens.
Are you going to give us Radical 6 then? Because that's the only way I could think of is you're giving us Radical 6 so that way when we have the slowdown, we can activate the field as powerfully as we can to get to the next part.
It's a little like a slingshot. You pull back on the rubber band and then let go. The potential energy you stored in the band is released and converted into kinetic energy.
Yeah.
That's what fires the bullet out of the slingshot. Now, while a slingshot can only fire in one direction, your mind isn't similarly limited.
No, we can go in a fourth dimension of fourth dimension of options.
When the bullet of your consciousness is fired from the slingshot of your brain, it travels past the three-dimensional world and into the four-dimensional one.
How do you understand how this works? Just for a question.
From that perspective, time is no longer fixed. In other words, you can travel to the future, the past, whenever you like.
See, but like, let's just take that into consideration. That just doesn't, so yes, we can change one timeline, but it does not fix everything else. No one else is happy. You know, we just find one line where the world is saved from everything.
Your consciousness has been released from the three-dimensional cage. In order for that to happen, I had to infect you with Radical 6.
So that is how you got us to access it. We all have Radical 6 because you wanted to see if we could access the field. Oh. Whoa, what?
We're infected with Radical 6?
Yes. Don't you remember, Sigma? Luna should have told you about it in another timeline.
I think she did. I just don't remember it right now.
Are you sure? Infecting all of these people with such a horrible disease?
Every single one of you has been infected.
But then why was only Alice and Quark the ones who like started suffering from it?
Well, apart from Luna, of course.
Yeah, sure, because she's a robot. Doesn't make any sense.
Unfortunately, it was necessary. We needed to slow your minds in order to store up your potential energy. Then we provided a dire situation that would accelerate your processing speed.
So like a death game. Okay, I get the idea.
The result is what you are now experiencing. Your consciousness now occupies four-dimensional space-time. Even that, however, wasn't enough. You had the ability to travel, but your memories could easily be lost during the trip.
So you're trying to make sure we could maintain memories while traveling. Kind of what Phi was dealing with the majority of the game. She could jump, but then she'd forget what was going on. But I had full memory recognition, which is weird.
If the project was to succeed, you had to be able to retain everything you learned in each reality. That was the reason you were forced to jump so many times.
You're saying I had to suffer that many times just to see what would happen?
With each jump, your ability to remember improved. Eventually, you would be able to retain everything.
Alright, sure, Connie, sure.
That is why we made you play the A-B game. That was why you had to select different chromatic doors. By forcing specific choices, we could cause you to make more jumps.
Where's your brother in all of this, though? I get it. I think I finally understand. Well, okay. There's a lot of things I don't understand, but all of what you just told me makes sense. You did all of this so that Phi and I could jump through four-dimensional space with our memories intact. Right?
Yes.
But why did you need us to do that? People have died for this. I mean, let's count how many different ways people died. Murder, antimatter explosion, suicide. I've died, so has Phi, so have you. Every single way, yeah. It's not like a normal thing to just gloss over. So why would you do all this? What does it matter that Phi and I jumped through time?
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable. You were all destined to die. Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
But why? You're not saying what the project was to do. Like, why were you wanting us to jump through time? You're not explaining the end goal. I already know all that. What I'm asking you is why? What is so goddamn important that it's worth all this?
Ah. I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
Fuck, Connie. You know all the answers, but you don't want to tell me shit.
What? Just when is eventually?
When we go back.
In a future not very far from now.
Yep, I got you, Connie. I got you. Bullshit. That's not good enough. Why can't you tell us now? Because she failed in her path. That's why she's here. Instead of answering, Akani knelt down next to Dio and picked up his knife from the floor.
I'm going to keep this with me.
Don't change the subject.
But it's almost time.
What are you talking about? We've got plenty of time.
No. In a few moments, you'll return to the original timeline.
What?
This is the way it has to be. Don't fight it. Logomorph.
Logomorph?
Yes.
What the fuck? What?
Logomorph?
You call him Zero Jr. His official designation is Logomorph.
That's a weird-ass name.
Logomorph, this is an order. Unlock my bracelet.
Compliance.
What? She's gonna put it on his hand anyway.
Now, everything is in place. I have put the bracelet onto Dio. All we have to do is place his body in the 5th AB room, the second one from the right.
And then the game will begin again.
That's the one Quark is in, right?
Correct. I will move him. I will also put your bodies back into the 3rd AB room. Once that's done, I will reset its puzzle to an unsolved state.
Why do you need to do all that?
To recreate the history that you remember. Your consciousness is about to leave your body and return to the future. Your body will be emptied, and your other consciousness will jump back in. If your bodies aren't back in the 3rd AB room by then, it would be bad.
Would that cause like a ripple where we have like duplicate bodies and different consciousnesses stuck in the same timeline?
So you're saying some version of us is going to wake up in that room and repeat the same history again? Well,
That's
I
so
guess
creepy.
this could actually be our 2nd or 3rd time.
Yeah.
You are exactly correct. Lastly, I'm going to leave this with you.
She paused and pulled something out of her pocket. That's the key. Oh, fuck. We're not done yet. We got one more timeline. We're going to jump back to where we were before. We're going to go to the garden. We're going to put the key in the lock. And then we're going to go downstairs. And we're going to go see the Connie that's alive. Okay. There's a small key attached to a string.
I'll tie it onto your ankle so that you won't lose it. All right, Sigma?
That's so odd. What does it say on there?
Tu fui ego eris.
It's Latin. It means, what you are, I was.
Oh, okay.
What I am, you will be.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do with it?
It will help you meet someone who's very important.
What?
go. Return to the future.
Sure, I'll do just that.
You won't be alone. I will be at your side, watching over you. Now hurry.
Wait, I still... Does she not... Do you not remember where the other pathway is, buddy? I don't... Yep, alright. And here we go again. A new destination. Alright, let's just save it. Keep on going. Because obviously this game doesn't want to give up anything it's done. Sure, I guess. Is this where we jump to? We can't jump there, right? Yeah, we have to go from here. Okay. I guess I do this while she does ally. What?
Oh, looks like you're awake.
What? What timeline is this? Is this the infirmary?
Why are we here?
Oh, we passed out.
Do you know what happened at the AB gate?
We passed out?
Kay and I went back to the infirmary, but
We waited and waited, and the two of you never returned.
That's why Tenmyoji probably had to vote ally.
so we went to the warehouse to check on you.
We found you passed out in front of the AB rooms.
Kay and I hurried back here with you.
Okay. I looked over at Phi and met her eyes. Do you remember what happened just now?
You mean what happened a long time ago?
Yeah. You got him pretty good, huh?
Huh.
He got his
Yeah,
ass
I
kicked
remember all
twice. That's great.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
Quark!
What am I? Top liver?
Alice!
Back among the conscious and not psychotic, huh?
Yeah, thanks. Grandpa told me what you did.
Well, that's good.
Thanks for finding the medicine for us.
No problem. All in a day's work. Although, I wouldn't mind a little swimsuit action.
Really grabbing at straws here, aren't you?
Of course he is, Phi. Hey, I wasn't talking to Quark. That was an offer for Alice.
Not really my point.
Whatever. Forget about that.
Alright.
Now that you guys are awake, all we gotta do is open the number 9 door.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
We were out cold for 2 votes?
Look at your bracelet.
It says 10. I have 10 BP.
I've got 15 BP. That means I got 6 more points while I was out.
But how? We were
You've
out
been
for
asleep
3
for more than
hours?
2 hours.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We've played the AB game 3 times.
3 times?
Yes. Of course, the color and group assignments were shuffled around each time. But no matter who voted, everyone chose ally.
Of course they would. Yeah, that sounds right. Sounds right. And there we go.
And now all of us have enough to leave.
But Luna, you can't leave. Neither can Kay, and neither can me or Phi. I mean, I was stunned. How had everyone cooperated long enough to raise all our BP past 9? Was it because Akane hadn't been killed? Without a death to start things off, maybe we'd been less suspicious of one another. Or could the bombs have had something to do with it? We'd all joined forces against Dio, and Phi and I had been able to disarm all of them. All of us had banded together against a common enemy and overcome a tremendous threat. Perhaps that had strengthened our bond. Which, I had to admit, would be somewhat ironic. After all, Dio had planted the bombs that forced us all to work together against him. This must have been what Akane was talking about.
Haven't I told you?
That explains how the fuck we got the decoder device in a safe. Because in the timeline where we get it, Dio got his ass knocked out by Phi. She probably returned his body, took the decoder, went downstairs, put it in the chest, went to the garden. Okay, this is all starting to make sense.
Death was unavoidable. Sacrifices had to be made. for the sake of the project.
Okay. So then she has to be alive in the grave zone.
Come on, let's go! Let's open the door and get out of here!
Are they gonna open the door and we're just gonna stay? Wait. What about him? After some discussion, we decided to leave Dio behind. Alice was the only holdout. She complained about wanting to take him back to her superiors, but after I mentioned they'd come back to investigate after we escaped and deal with Dio then, she reluctantly complied.
All right, let's get going.
Okay. What about do they not remember the key? Are we just gonna leave without checking that shit out? Do I have to, like, go to the garden myself and, like, open the damn thing? I don't know. This seems, like, odd as fuck. Everybody ready? I'm gonna open it.
Yes, just get on with it.
Hey, I'd just like to ask. Everyone else swallowed and nodded. I grabbed the lever and pulled it down. I wonder what we're gonna do. Are we gonna walk out and leave, or are we gonna stick around?
The number 9 door has been opened.
Cool.
It will remain open for 9 seconds.
All right, everybody, let's move. Alrighty, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It is weird that I'm coming back to the start menu for the closing of this episode, unlike the rest of the episodes of the series, but I decided to edit the finale as a 3-parter, so most of it continues on without real cuts or stops. But regardless of the point, I hope you guys are enjoying this finale, and I hope you liked Virtue's Last Reward as a whole. As always, I'll see you guys in whatever I make next, and it's Tofuru signing out.